What's up guys, it's me, Dan Rob, and yes, today I'm coming back with another reaction video. I'm going to be perfectly honest, it's about my third or fourth time lucky filming this video, because the first time I tried filming it, my camera cut out and I had to clear storage on my phone for it to work, and the second time, they're doing construction next door, so all you could hear was the banging from that. So yeah, third time lucky, let's see if we can get through it this time. Anyway, this is a part 2 to my most recent video before this. In case you didn't know, if you haven't seen it, I reacted to an episode of Open All Hours, but I couldn't get through the full episode because, again, storage on my phone wouldn't do it. So today I'm coming back and we're doing it as a part 2. So I'll pop the headphones on and let's have it.
I didn't know he died.
Neither did she.
Oh.
He sat there on the settee for 3 hours staring at her.
He never was very talkative, though, was he?
No, I mean, he wasn't. I once ran over him on the shop bike, right across his foot, and he never said a word. He just hit me with his crutch. But it wasn't my fault. I just came round the corner, and there he was, trying to strangle this kid.
Oh, yes, he always knew how to command respect in the young, I'll say that.
And he looks like death across at number 29.
Oh, dear.
They come at 9 o'clock on Thursday night with an ambulance and took him away. They're all expecting him back, but I told her. He looks yellow to me. That means kidneys. I wouldn't give you tuppence for his kidneys. How much is your boiled ham?
Well, she seems very cheerful, don't she, this woman? Mrs. Blewett, I think she's called. And what a weird conversation, you go from kidneys to boiled ham. You wouldn't dream of it, would you?
Well, it's a bit more expensive than his kidneys. But it's a bit of choice stuff there. They'll never take that away in an ambulance.
I'll have a quarter.
Right, I think you'll enjoy it, Mrs. Blewett.
I expect so. Hey,
Yeah.
and speaking of a bit of choice stuff, have you seen her round at 87 lately?
87? What? Isn't she the one with the,
That's the one,
Yeah.
yes.
How is that new lodger?
Not as fit as she is. I wonder how the husband's taking it.
Very infrequently, by the sound of it.
That's the thing about Granville. I think the character's in his early to mid-20s in this series. So, any gossip, he does anything he can to try and listen in. Literally anything.
Her at 85 said she's heard them playing Scrabble till gone midnight.
Oh, dear. Well, there's no good will come of that. I mean, that sort of thing's bound to finish up in a four-letter word, isn't it?
Well, I mean, have you ever known her interested in spelling before? When she sent me that vicious letter, she spelt nosy and nosy old bag with a Z.
He never did. Hey, would you mind not stop taking through my legs, please? Wasn't there anything else then, Mrs. Blewett?
There was a lot, but nothing I could repeat to you.
Oh, I see. Well, that'll be 97p, love. Thank you. Oh, don't bother about the 3p. You can owe it me.
Oh, yeah.
That's how clever Arkwright is, and that's how tight he is with his money as well. He charged Mrs. Blewett 97p for whatever she bought. And she gave him a pound note. You could get pound notes back in them days. And he said to her, don't bother about the 3p. Because he made her think that she owed it to him. But when, in reality, it was vice versa. He owed it to her. Quite clever with his schemes to try and make money, is this Arkwright.
Hey, get that in the till quick before she realises she's been done.
I wish you'd put it in. You know, I'm terrified of that spring clip.
So much for to teach yourself kung fu. 98 weekly parts. If you ask me, you've got more weekly parts now than when you started.
Hey, who was that raver that Mrs. Blewett was on about? You know, her at number 87.
Now, listen, I don't want you thinking about number 87. You keep right away from number 87. I've seen going in there.
That word definitely wouldn't fly today, I don't think. I'll definitely have to cut that out.
And coming out looking quite pale. I mean, her mother was just the same, you know. During the war, I had to admonish her in front of the entire street when I was an air raid warden. She was showing a couple of chicks in her upper story. Oh, yes, during the war, everyone was the same. You know, ordinary people went...
Saying during the war so many times, you're starting to sound like Uncle Albert from Only Fools and Horses, I tell you.
Ga-ga-ga-ga-ga.
Wish I had a bit of frenzy in my life.
Well, keep your fingers crossed. Maybe you'll get that mouse up your trouser leg.
Do you think I'll ever find the time to get married?
Why bother, eh? Why bother? Your father never did.
Mother said that he died in an accident.
I think he just used that as an excuse. Now, come on, give me that pound note and let's get it in the till before it fades. Oh.
The till. If you've seen it before, you'll know, but in case you don't know, the till, the reason Granville doesn't like it is because of what you've just seen. It'll open, and then before you get a chance to take your fingers away after putting the money in, it'll shut straight away. I remember one episode where it nearly closed on Arkwright's fingers once, when the person that was operating the till from behind the wall closed it too early.
Hey, that reminds me, Jaws is on this week at the Odeon.
How do, Granville?
How do, Gloria?
Granville, fetch your cloth and wipe that smile off your face. You don't know you're born.
Don't know much about what causes it either.
Do you know that things were so hard in my day that people from Bradford used to go looking for work in Pakistan?
But what is the point of being on the threshold of life if you've always got to wear a flaming pinny?
Kids should have less pocket money, that's what I say. If I could lure them into the shop a bit more often, they would have, I know.
I mean, look at that Gloria. She's got no idea what I look like in trousers. I've never had any of the things that other young men take for granted.
You better not have had either. If I ever catch you ever having have had, you will be in trouble. You don't seem to realise it's a grave responsibility having a nephew who keeps getting himself emotionally knotted.
Well, what about you?
Again, something else you've probably noticed, which I should have probably pointed out earlier in the video. Arkwright has got a bit of a speech impediment. He stammers when he talks. I think it was Ronnie Barker who gave the writer, Roy Clark, the idea to give the character the speech impediment because he thought it would make the series funnier. And in all fairness, it did.
You and the nurse?
Oh, yes. You know, if I don't marry her soon, I shall have to buy a new electric blanket.
Hey up, seconds out.
The usual, Mr. Bristol.
He's wearing his, obviously he rides a motorbike and he's got his helmet on, so we can't hear Arkwright talking to him.
The usual, Mr. Bristol. Oh. I'm sorry, I didn't see you come in. What do you want, the usual?
I'll have the usual.
Oh, that's unusual. Yeah, you usually have something different, don't you? Right, 1 dozen. Oh.
mind if you have it.
Wouldn't it be easier if you opened an account? When Wales get home rule, do you think they'll nationalise Clive Jenkins? Oh, I found one. It's one of the old ones, isn't it? Right. There we are, then. Lovely. There you go. Oh, wait a minute here. Don't go out without your helmet done up. Your head'll come off here. There you are. Eh?
My glove.
Eh?
My glove.
Bless you. Oh, I see, yes. Well, let go of them, let go of them. Oh, I've got you strapped done up too tight, sorry. There you are. Bye-bye.
Thank you.
Oh, who was it?
Ruddy Apollo 3, the plastic astronaut.
Oh, that's Mr. Bristow.
Yes, Mr. Bristow, yes. Hey, haven't you got that tin open yet?
No.
Look, why don't you jiggle it a bit?
Are you sure you know what's in this?
I've told you it's beefy chunks in gravy.
Beefy chunks in gravy.
I haven't watched this for a long time. I actually forgot how funny some parts of it are.
It's lucky I did some diced carrots to go with it, isn't it? What's for pudding? Cheese and biscuits?
$35 Lindley Road, 88, 89, 87, 85, 87? 87. I bet he's
87. That's the house that Arkwright and Mrs. Blewett were talking about. Maybe Granville's finally going to find out
all a
what it was.
legend. I bet she's not really like that. I bet if I walk through this gate with half a pound of streaky bacon pretending I'm mistaken the house for number 85, I bet I'll be no nearer an understanding of the forces which govern the human predicament.
Dear, we're wounded again, Winston. What's she got you doing now?
I'm building another blinking bookcase, aren't I?
Oh, it's a wonderful, mind-broadening thing, this second marriage of yours, isn't it? What do you want, a large or a small?
I'm going to have a large.
Yeah. It's a big bookshelf, is it? Here you are, then. Let's have your finger. Come on. That, oh, dear.
Steady, first.
Yeah. Well, it's a good job it's not your drinking hand, isn't it?
You must be joking. Drinking hand? What practice does that get these days? When I tell her I feel like a drink, she says, oh, good. Now maybe you'll get on with building cocktail cabinet.
Have you told her you're a mechanical idiot?
She won't listen. Do you know what she wanted me to do on our honeymoon?
Now, you're not supposed to give away cabinet secrets, are you?
She wanted me to prove how much I loved her by redoing the bathroom with self-adhesive tiles. Self-adhesive, have you used them?
No.
I was up till 2 o'clock trying to let go of a nightie.
Oh, dear. Hey, hang on. You know what you want, don't you? You want a nice medicinal bottle. Could you use one?
I could murder one.
There you are, then. Have a go at that. You'll like that.
Cheers.
Cheers.
How are you nicking out with the nurse?
Oh, I'm progressing, you know, progressing. There was a time when she didn't even bother to ignore me. But now, only this morning, there she was, hitting me with a clothes prop.
Yeah, she nearly hit him with the clothes prop when she was hanging up a washing. That was in the previous video.
I've had a bit of an accident.
Yeah, what?
I've dented my front spindle.
Oh, that's a relief. I thought for the moment you damaged the bike. What happened then?
Oh, I fell in Lindley Road.
Oh, you wouldn't be the first one to do that. Hey, I hope you haven't been near that 87.
I was just delivering the goods.
I know, that's what I'm afraid of.
I'll get off now. What do you want for the plaster?
4p.
See you again. Thanks for the drink.
Oh, that's another 14 for the drink. Aye.
You said have a drink.
Come on. Thank you.
See, that's what I mean. He offered him a drink and now he's making him pay for it. Well, I suppose, to be fair, he should have made him pay for the drink. So I guess he's not as smart doing that because it's what he was supposed to have done.
Hey, there's threepence on that bottle. Well, what were you doing?
About 5 miles an hour. No, on the proper side of the road, and some silly idiot had parked a van right in the gutter.
Oh, well, what a stupid place to leave it, right in...
Now we all saw what happened. Nobody parked a van in the gutter, did the Granville?
There's lipstick on you.
No.
There's lipstick on you. You've been to that 87, haven't you?
No.
You had wipe it off at once. Someone in the shop now.
There, how's that? Is that all right?
Lovely, yes, beautiful.
Hey, what are you doing? What are you doing? You got mad or something?
Listen, you're a pawn in my dastardly game. Now sit there. I've just got to find out. Hey, oh, I'm glad to see you. I'm very worried about the lad. He's come off his bike.
What?
Will you come through the back, love?
You're not trying to get me in that back room under false pretences, are you?
Oh, now, as if I would. Come on. Look, he's got concussion, I think.
No, there's nothing wrong with it. I keep telling you there's nothing.
See, listen, he's gone all incoherent. Hey, have a look.
Again, sorry about the light in there, I don't know what happened then. But again, he's trying to anything to get the nurse on his side.
His leg, would you?
He can't have concussion in his leg.
Look, I keep telling you there is
Just
nothing
bite on
wrong.
that if the pain gets unbearable.
He's hardly even grazed.
Well, his legs look very pale to me.
Well, I did think so and all. The only time they ever go out is when I make a delivery.
As a midwife, I do know how you feel.
Sorry about this, guys. I'll try and sort the lighting. Don't know what's up with it today. That's a little bit better, I think. Sorry about that. We move, we carry on.
Look, get a soak in the bath tonight, love. You'll be all
Don't
right.
stroke him. I hope you haven't come over here to maul him about.
I've come for me loaf and tea cakes. He's all right. You look a bit flushed, though. You should be careful at your age. You've been going through the change, haven't you? In the till, I mean.
Oh. No, to be honest, you know, it's the top of my leg, to be honest. I wish you'd have a look at the top of my leg.
I'll do no such thing.
Well, I'll tell you what, then I'll have a look at yours, then.
Alright guys, unfortunately I'm going to have to cut it short again. I don't know what's going on, but my phone just won't film more than 20 minutes, I don't think. So, I'm going to have to go into part 3. So stay tuned for that. Again, sorry about the lighting. I will try and fix it for next time. You saw me trying to fix it this time, but it's not done much, admittedly. So, sorry about that. I'll work on it. But you can see I've tried. Anyway, that was Open All Hours episode 1, part 2. And I'll see you guys maybe for the last 3 or 4 minutes of it in part 3. That's all for today. I'll see you next time. Laters, potatoes.